Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
This week's plot so far is by Kerris Morgan Richards.
Ooh.
After what feels like days of listening to Mrs. Fox yammer on about squires and penises and mazes, the Grimm Brothers are finally treated to an audience with the witch herself, to listen to her yammer on about squires and penises and mazes. As the witch does a previously on about her own life, we learn more about just how sheltered and naive young Rapunzel Jr. was, with tales of dinners and, oh wait, that's it, the excitement.
Okay, so the witch has taken over storytelling duties from Mrs. Fox now.
Mm-hmm.
The Grimm Brothers are at the house, Century Chase, and she's telling them all about a time when little Rapunzel was maybe like 13 or so, and a moron.
Yeah. And they're having dinner together, right?
They are having
and
dinner.
Rapunzel's got a few questions.
Yes.
Okay. Mama. Yes, my angel. Where does dinner come from? You're... Come here, I'm going to cut your penis off. I've had enough of your stupid fucking questions. Where does dinner come from? Dinner World. Fucking Dinner World. Okay. So, where does dinner come from? I cook it. But before that, well, it grows. I've never seen chicken growing in the garden. Oh, Rapunzel, chicken isn't a plant. It's a bird. Rapunzel gasps in horror. But it's a bad bird. Oh. It doesn't like other birds. And if we didn't eat it, it would eat all the other birds and you'd have none to play with. The witch continues eating. Rapunzel pokes at her chicken. Is beef a bird as well?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell. No stupid questions. Oh, Mum, is beef a bird? Yes. Have you never seen your beef flying around laying eggs? I mean, come on. Anyway, Rapunzel said, is beef a bird as well? Mm-hmm. The witch says, yes. Why have I never seen a chicken or a beef then? Why have I never seen a beef in the trees? Well, they live in the attic of the house.
Oh, God.
Is that why I'm not allowed upstairs?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Upstairs. She's not even allowed upstairs.
Not even upstairs. She's got to sleep on a sofa. Is that why I'm not allowed upstairs? Because the attic's full of cows? The witch smiles at Rapunzel. Yes, Rapunzel. That's exactly why.
I'd be fucking terrified now, going shit. I was interested in going upstairs, but now there's evil birds living up there.
Evil
fucking
birds that
what
have
happens if they get out of the attic and come downstairs?
Yeah, the birds made of this dark, chewy meat. They're probably really big, tough birds, right? With udders. I bet they've got udders.
Yeah.
Where does milk come from, Mum? It comes from beef birds. Oh, they're getting weirder. Cut to POV Grieg Garden. Through the study window, little Rapunzel can be seen spinning around in the garden. In the study, the witch enters and sees Grieg stood at the window.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Step away from the window, Mr. Grieg. Presumably, Rapunzel doesn't know he exists because she doesn't know other people exist, right?
Yes, that's right. He always comes in back door and goes upstairs. And that's why she's not allowed upstairs as well, because Mr. Grieg's
up there. Yeah, it's like with his big cards. Anyway, so step away from the window, Mr. Grieg. He turns and then moves away. Rapunzel believes the world is the garden, and that she, a few birds and fish, and I are the sole population.
And now she believes there's evil birds in the attic as well, but...
Evil cowbird with udders.
This is one of those lies that's just going to escalate, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, although she's noticed the existence of chicken and beef, she hasn't spotted that house she keeps going into yet. Because the witch is going on like, she thinks only the garden exists. What about the house? No, she hasn't noticed that yet.
Where do houses come from? I make them for you.
Yes, out of cow. Cowbird, beef birds.
Where do bricks come from, Mummy?
From Brick Planet.
What's a planet, Mummy? It's an evil bird that lives in the attic.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting scarier up there. There's a lot of evil birds up there. Yes, don't go up there. Cut to exterior, rear garden, day 1613. The witch is taking in the air.
Oh, she's taking it in. She's like the washing or something.
Come on, it's night time. We can't leave the air outside. It'll get away.
Said the witch. All right, so yes, the witch is taking in the laundry, the cat, and the air. Rapunzel, at 17, emerges from behind the maze. Mama? Yes? I've been watching the nightingales and, well, I've watched them fly over the wall. Yes? Well, if there's nothing over the wall, then there is no ground. The sky continues all around, so the birds may fly over the wall. But if they wish to land, they must return to the garden, for there is nowhere else for them to sit. What do you think? Do you believe that? Pretty good. No. Oh, okay, I'll try again. It's Jelly World out there. They can't land because it's Jelly World. And if they land in Jelly World, they turn into jelly. Birds don't like being jelly. Oh, they hate being jelly. What do you think? Do you believe? No? Okay, I'll try again. Killer bees.
Killer bees?
Killer bees. Just everywhere. Beyond the wall. Killer bees. That's why they never come back.
Okay, but why do they go in the first place?
They're
all those
stupid.
killer bees?
Stupid, because they don't want me to cook them. Because, we eat birds, right?
But only evil birds, though, right?
No, good birds. Yes, evil birds, yes. What do you think? Believe that one? Yeah, killer bees? Yeah, okay, we'll go with killer bees. All right, killer bees. So don't go over the wall, because killer bees will get you.
Are we floating, then, or are we just on a really big stick? What's going on?
Stick. Which one do you like? Which one would you be more likely to believe?
Stick, I suppose.
Stick, yes,
What's
one
the
a big stick.
stick stood on, then?
A chicken. Big chicken.
Oh.
And the chicken's on another chicken.
Okay.
And then it's chickens all the way down. Ooh. Now put your pants back on. No, what Rapunzel actually says, she doesn't ask all those questions. What she actually says is, no ground, just empty space. I should like to see it, if I may.
Would be interesting.
Perhaps when you're older and wiser, the sight of such an expanse of pure nothingness can affect the mind unless you are truly ready to accept it. Cut to POV Grieg Garden. From the study window, he watches 18-year-old Rapunzel. She's got a year older then.
Oh, well.
She sits by the fountain looking at the fish who reside there. Interior study. Grieg stands at the window, his eyes filled with lust.
Hey, at least he waited till she was 18.
Which makes a change in this story. So he's not the worst man in this story. He hasn't bought her, and he didn't go after when she was 12.
Can't afford it, can he?
I don't know. He's a lawyer. He should have loads of money, right?
He's only got one client by the second of it.
Yeah, she's not exactly generous. Well, yeah, she gives you a bonus. Don't drink it.
Yeah.
Christmas bonus. Here you go. I bought you a bottle of wine. Okay, I'll probably leave
brought
that.
you your Christmas killer spiders. I mean, wine.
Yes, this year I got you some fruit. It's a basket of fruit. Oh, don't look at it too closely. The witch comes in and sits down. Yesterday there was an intruder in the garden. He spoke with my daughter.
Oh, the prince.
That must be the prince, yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. Yes. Fortunately, they did not lay eyes on one another, so now the idiot thinks that the hedges can speak, which is bad, but not as bad as knowing that princes exist.
So the problem with that, with the speaking edges, is she can't even say that hedges live in the attic, can she? Because she knows for a fact they don't.
She could say one of the evil birds got out and was hiding in the hedge.
Yeah.
If she wants to blame everything on evil birds in the attic, I think she could do that. Just evil birds. Eventually, she's just going to be able to say that. Like, Mum, I was watching television yesterday. Evil birds. Okay, yeah, okay.
I brought you some new movies to watch. Here's Birdemic and Birdemic 2.
Attack of the Evil Birds 3.
Now you won't like Bird. But Mama, who are all these people?
Yeah.
Getting
Evil
chased
birds.
by the
Evil
birds.
birds there. Evil birds in disguise trying to trick you. Okay, no. Fortunately, they did not lay eyes on one another. But what is to stop him from returning? More importantly, what is to stop others from climbing my walls and meeting my Rapunzel, stealing her heart with talk of the world and love, and a trowel? What do you want to do? Do you want to give me a twirl? It's just a thought. You don't have to, but do you want to do a little dance?
I'm thinking electric wall. Can we make an electric wall?
You want me to bring on a wall?
Yes.
Well, that I can do, yeah.
I like your trousers.
Do you want to look at them?
Yes.
All right, now, listen, I've got 15 men here, and they're going to choose you. Is that all right?
Yes.
What do you want to do? I wish to move Rapunzel to a more secure environment.
Finally.
At last!
Finally.
Oh my God! Yes, I'm going to put her in the attic. Oh no, with the birds.
Yeah.
With the evil birds.
Shit, she's not going to like that.
Oh, brilliant! No, I think it's coming. The witch toys with a little model of a tower.
Spooky woo-woo tower.
Yeah.
Hey, you think that, like, if like she's got this whole business about like don't go upstairs because you'll be able to look out a fucking window and see stuff.
Tower
then
seems to destroy
why
that.
not
Yeah.
lock her away in a basement instead of a tall tower?
Because she's using her basement for a pickling. Right. And that, let's not forget, much as she likes Rapunzel, her main love is pickling. She doesn't want to give up her pickle cellar. Cut to exterior tower forest clearing. That went up quickly, didn't it? I suppose if you're a witch, you can magic a tower up, probably.
Oh, yeah,
Magic
she's
the bricks
definitely a magic witch. Maybe she's already built the tower, and like
up.
she's got
she's just
models.
showing a model,
Yeah.
so she doesn't have to take him there.
Yeah.
At the edge of the clearing, several trees are sunken in marshland from which an unnatural fog rises.
Oh, right.
In the centre of the clearing, partially concealed by
So
fog.
where's the fog coming from? This unnatural fog. 'Cause it's not real fog. It's unnatural. She's got fog machines as well.
Yeah, she's definitely got fog. Yeah, she's built a tower. She's put it in a marsh, which is a bad place to build a tower
Yeah, no
anyway.
problem.
But you know, she's crazy. She's crazy. She likes taking risks.
Just going to put this in the sea. It should be fine here.
Yeah, no. Wait, what?
You thought about building on land. You
Yeah,
don't
she's
need
gonna-
such deep foundations.
Well,
then.
if I build it on the beach, there won't be any water then, will there? I can't see any right now.
Yes. You can make any foundations? No, I'm just going to lay bricks on top of the sand and hope. Oh no, Rapunzel's dead. Okay, better get... Mr. Grieg, could you get me some new tenants for my cottage? Preferably a young couple who look pregnant.
Yeah.
All right, cut to interior, ground floor, bathroom, Century Chase. Rapunzel bathes. She is humming Rapunzel's song.
Rapunzel song, Rapunzel song. Have a
She's
little
humming
jibber
it.
with the Rapunzel song.
Yeah, that's what's happening. She becomes distracted by the sound of shouting. Witch is voice and Witch and Grieg. Okay, so I'll do a quick Witch and Grieg shouting over here. Rapunzel gets distracted. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, so that's what Rapunzel gets distracted by. And Rapunzel's over here going. What's that noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
She gets out of the bar.
She gets out of the bath, yeah.
Yeah.
Rapunzel in the altogether, she's
18.
naked.
She doesn't understand.
Clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They all live, as far as she's concerned, clothes live in the attic.
Clothes are an evil bird. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, she's been nude this whole time. To be honest. Just this is the first time I've mentioned it.
I don't want her knowing about clothes. Rapunzel in the altogether follows the sound of shouting. Cut to interior, study. The witch is here with Grieg. The door lies open. You don't own her. Tell me, Grieg, why the sudden fit of conscience? In the past, you have done my bidding without question, but now I ask for something simple, and you preach to me. Things have changed. I know what things have changed. She has grown to be a fine woman, and you want her. The witch notices that Grieg's attention has moved to the open door. Yeah, he's noticed a naked woman standing there.
Yeah, you wouldn't you?
She turns to find the naked Rapunzel staring at Grieg.
She's like, I've just asked you to do this one simple thing, build a massive tower,
So I
put
can-
my daughter in it, and all of a sudden you've got a fifth conscience.
Yeah, all of a sudden, after all the years where you've helped me steal babies... I mean, she has got a point, though. Basically, Grieg is her accomplice in terrible crime.
I
And
suppose
suddenly
so, yeah.
she's going, I want to lock my daughter in a tower. And he's like, oh, no, that's a bit much for me.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, what about when I cut the penis off that baby? Yeah, that was fine, yeah. All those contracts you drew up for me that said I get the baby and can kill it with spiders if I want to. Yeah, that was fine, yeah. But
Okay.
lock my living daughter in a tower? No, that's too much. No, she notices the naked Rapunzel staring at Grieg. Get out! Such is the fury in her mother's eyes, Rapunzel runs away. The witch turns on Grieg and attacks him, pushing him back onto the desk, her hands around his neck. How many times have I told you to take your eyes off my Rapunzel? Grieg's arms are free, and he strikes the witch again and again, but she appears unfazed.
Because she's got superhuman
She's
powers.
super strong, isn't she?
She's weird, yeah.
She can like pick up spades and murder
Pick up
Australians.
spades, yeah. Women can't usually do that, of course.
But oh no, the real thing is when Henry goes to bean her with the spade, right, and she catches
catches
it,
it.
and then with her other hand she picks him up by the neck, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she demonstrated super strength, definitely.
Yeah, she laser beamed him with her eyes.
Oh yeah, she did that,
was pretty
and then she walked up a wall with her 8 legs.
Yeah, of course.
No, that was Larogne. The witch spies her letter knife on the desk. It has a handle of amber in which there are 3 spider corpses. Holding Grieg down with one hand and picking up the knife with the other, the witch brings the knife to his face. No, please.
Brings it.
No. Cut to interior study 1625.
Yeah, because it still works for her. Because he can't find the door.
Oh, yeah, that's her cutting his eyes out. Because in the scene with the Grimms, he had no eyes, so that's what she just did, right? She cut his eyes out, wow.
I didn't leave because I couldn't find the door.
Yeah. The witch turns to Grieg. She brings her hand up to his face and strokes his
his nose off. I meant to get that.
Finish the job!
Yeah.
No, she's regretful because she's dying. So she brings her hand up to his face and strokes his cheek. She sticks her finger in his eye socket and
Yeah.
wriggles it around. Oh, sorry. I meant to say sorry.
Sorry about that. If you'd like your eyes back, they're in a pickle jar in the basement.
Yes, along with the other body parts I cut off you. Have you still got my penis? Yes. Okay, so, no, what the witch actually says is, how I have wronged you. Grieg smiles at her. Now I have true sight. Yeah.
He says and falls over.
Falls out of the window. So, finally, after all this time, the witch has built a tower to put someone called Rapunzel in.
Brilliant.
So that you can excuse calling it Rapunzel. Well done, Howard.
end. Thanks for listening, guys.
No,
Bye.
there is more,
Oh,
because
there's more, okay.
Rapunzel saw Mr. Grieg. So now she knows there are other people in the world.
Shit.
The witch was so upset about this that she immediately got a knife and pulled Grieg's eyes out with it.
Good.
Totally normal witchy reaction to that situation. But then, this is all a story about the past. Then we go back to the present, where our elderly witch is the dying witch. tells Mr. Grieg that she regrets it. She's all like, sorry I pulled your eyes out. Should you want them back? Right? So now it's time to go back to her story. Mm-hmm. But we are returning to her story and we are picking it up with the prince. You remember the prince?
I do remember the prince.
And plain old John, his friend.
He's that thing with leaves on, right? The prince, right? He's got loads of leaves on him. He's like a big bushy, leafy
a hedge.
thing.
No. You and Rapunzel were mistaken
What?
when you both thought that he was a hedge.
He's not a hedge.
No, he's not a hedge. He was just standing behind a hedge. And it's easy to make that mistake.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was walking through a field and I heard some woofing.
Yeah.
Right, I heard some barking.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is that dog barking?
Hold on.
Couldn't be bothered. I was going with pretend it's behind a tree. And I was like, what if it isn't?
Yeah.
What if I just saw a dog? Yeah. And this is a really boring story.
I mean, yeah, because the thing is, like, it wouldn't have worked either way, would it?
No,
Because, I mean, trees have barked, don't they? So,
that was the main problem. I should have said squirrel.
You should have said
I
squirrel.
shouldn't have said I saw a squirrel barking, but then there was a dog behind
At
it.
the end of the day, shouldn't we all say, I saw a squirrel barking, but there was a dog behind it?
Yeah, we should. So now we're jumping back in time again, back to when the prince and plain old John were travelling through the forest back and forth for no obvious reason, right, on their horses. Well, we're going to see what happened next with them. Cut to exterior, track near forest, evening.
Wow, what a great scene. Track near forest.
Track near, not through the forest, but like next to the forest.
Yeah, it's just a track near a forest. Yeah.
This is it. This is what? Your Rapunzel? I must go to her. The only place you're going is home. Well, fire everywhere we pass en route, but eventually home. Humorous parentry. Did you like it? Well, the only place you're going is home, but we might walk past a tree on the way.
I mean, of all the characters in this script, the one I've nailed most is plain old John.
Plain John, yeah.
Because he's like an old man who tells really shit dad jokes, right?
Yeah.
Everything
He is.
I've nailed that. The only place you're going is home. Well, via
everything we pass. All right, Dad. Yeah, thanks for the great jokes.
You're going to air, and you're going to horse, and you're going to that blade of grass. It's like, why?
Wait a minute. I'm going to horse.
Yes, you're going to horse.
I'm not sure that makes any sense. I mean, I'm on a horse. How am I going to horse?
You've gone to that horse, and that horse has gone to that piece of air, and now it's going over to that piece of air. And it's going to that
grass.
bit of grass over there.
Grass.
I want to take back what I thought, but you didn't want to find you funny earlier. I'm
Yes,
not
you know when I went
that amusing anymore.
You know when I said a ho 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 to you earlier? I'd like to take that back now, please. All right. So suddenly they hear Rapunzel's song.
Rapunzel thong, Rapunzel thong, dig with a Rapunzel thong.
I always get that wrong. Okay, so suddenly they hear Rapunzel's song being sung by Catskin for some reason,
or Dead Rampion.
yeah. I suppose maybe. I mean, I was going to say Rapunzel misses her brother, but
maybe
of course,
Rampion's
it's not the same Rapunzel.
Maybe Rampion's not even dead, or he only opened a window. Maybe he just got out of that window and he's been going around singing.
And his parents were mad and stupid, right? So maybe his dad went into the bedroom and he was like, "Oh, I went into his bedroom and the windows were open and he'd evaporated."
Yeah.
The cold made him evaporate. And she's all, "Oh dear, oh my poor baby's evaporated. Oh, we better get another one."
Yeah.
"Oh no, we're dead." Did they die? Yeah, they died. Rapunzel killed them.
Yeah, in fact,
but first let's go to our daughter's wedding that we sold her to that old man. Oh no, we're dead.
Yeah, I do actually remember now. I remember him bringing a body in, actually. So
Yeah.
could be anyone's body, couldn't it?
Maybe that was just a dead rat. He's like, "Oh look, they left the windows open and it turned him into a rat."
Yeah.
Oh no, I've heard that can happen back here in the 1700s where we know nothing.
I mean, getting hold of a kid's really easy as well. We've discovered that, so it could have been any old child.
So Rampion, he was like, "I can't believe my parents have stole my fucking sister.
Yeah.
How long is it before they stole me?" I mean, that's what you think, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like obviously he misses his sister, but to be fair, she was next door, so it's not that bad. He can go and visit her next door anytime.
Yeah, she's just there.
Right, so he wouldn't kill himself, but he would be fucking terrified of his parents because the moment they eat all those chickens and like finish all that fruit they got,
on what?
they're gonna need more. They've like, we've got no chickens left. We better sell Rampion.
Yeah,
right? Go find a man who wants to marry him.
He's worth a few chickens.
Yeah, so he's terrified. He knows he's under a ticking time axe. Right, he's under a ticking time axe that could fall at any moment, and he's got to marry an old man. He he has seen his fate.
Yeah.
But probably, I'll tell you what the scene you didn't see was when Edward comes in. He's like, "Oh, Rampion, I've bought you."
His dad or someone
That's
else's
his dad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his. "Oh, Rampion, I've bought you a present to make up for your lack of sister."
Is it a pendant?
Look, it's a pendant. I bought you. He's like, "Dad, why have you bought me?" "Oh, no reason. Just
You look so much prettier now.
Yeah, you look lovely. I'd like you to grow your hair long."
I'm going to teach you to curtsy now.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing,
You're going to
nothing.
need to change your voice a bit, or shut up. Right. Anyway, I'm off to the other squire's house,
Yeah.
the other side of their cottage.
Yeah.
They've got a squire on each
Yeah,
side.
they're pinioned by they're pinioned by Squire
squires.
Valen and Squire Allen. Oh! Squire Allen's coming over.
Oh no, not Squire Allen. He's he's the only one that's worse than Squire.
Oh no, Squire Allen. Okay, so we got a little sidetracked near a forest there. Sidetracked near
We
a
got
forest.
sidetracked near a forest.
Right.
And what's happened in the story is nothing. Nothing has happened. We're still with the prince and plain old John in the forest on their horses. Let's see what happens next. Suddenly, they hear Rapunzel's song.
Oh right, yeah.
Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song, have a little jingle with Rapunzel's song. They hear Rapunzel's song, and he stops laughing. They try.
It's not funny. It's not a funny song, is it?
It's an
It's
awful
a really
song.
sobering song. That
Yeah, it's
song.
an awful song. It's some forest weirdo.
Yeah.
Some guy who's been living in the forest for 50 years with no tongue, going Rapunzel.
No, it's not. It's Rapunzel too.
No, this is what it is, right? I mean, when you hear it, you're like, "Oh, what's that? Oh my god, that's horrific!"
Yeah.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, this hairy old stinky madman who ran away from his parents when he was 12,
Yeah.
because he knew they were going to sell him to Squire Allen.
Right, yeah.
Going like singing about his sister that he remembers from 50 years ago, who is now an evil witch. Rapunzel song, have a little digger with Rapunzel song. They're like, "Oh, this is not a laughing matter. Maybe we should leave."
Yeah, fair enough.
No. He says, "But the mansion was over that way."
Yeah.
And the prince says, "Then she must have moved house. Then she must have moved house, Doctor Who.
Moved mansion, I think.
Then she
would be
must have
correct.
moved mansion. Through there. You mean you want to take me through the spooky part of the forest?"
Yeah, it's got a sign that says "This way to spookiness." That's the thing, isn't it?
That's right.
How you know.
We're going this way. We're going to follow the "this way to spookiness" sign. I
There's
think.
a fucking signpost, isn't there? With
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those ones with the 4 points on it.
Well, we've already had one with a crow sitting on it, right?
Yeah.
Or no, a spider on it and a chicken sitting on it. That's what happened, right?
Yeah, we've had one with a chicken sitting on it. That's true.
All right.
That
So
much
this
is true.
is a particularly spooky chicken. It's like got black feathers.
Oh yeah.
And it's got cobwebs coming off its face.
Yeah.
And it's
Ghost
got,
Willis.
It's got Ghost Willis standing next to it. It's got a sign around its neck saying, "I am a spooky chicken."
Yeah.
Next up, exterior, darker forest.
Oh no.
The song becomes clearer the further they travel. A fog seems to hang in the air here, and the song.
A fox. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
Floating
sense.
fox.
It's
Yeah.
Mr. Fox because he can float because he's a bird.
Oh, okay. I was going like, what, Fantastic Mr. Fox from Roald Dahl. No, Mr. Fox,
No,
the
Mr.
the
Fox
Raven.
from- yeah, the
Mr.
Raven.
Fox, that's a bit confusing actually, isn't it? Choosing an animal name and then going, Mr. Fox the pig, right, was having a sandwich, a chicken sandwich. What? Okay. And Mr. Dog the cat was talking to Mr. Rat the badger.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. It's a little bit confusing.
I didn't even think of that because I guess I was so focused on Mrs. Fox, and that's not a problem because I guess we're all used to humans being called like Mr. Dog.
Yeah, I mean, we're very used to humans being called Mr. Dog. I mean, most of the people I know are called that.
Exactly.
I mean, if not all of them.
Yeah, Mrs. Swan or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but they do it. We do use animal names a lot, but we don't go. Your name's Mrs. Swan. Oh, I better not eat you.
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Queen will get annoyed. Oh, Mr. Dog, do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We can deal with it. And I think that's why I didn't notice Mr. Fox being strange because I was focused on Mrs. Fox, who was okay. Okay, so a fog, not a fox. A fog seems to hang in the air, and the song takes on a sinister tone. Exterior, tower, forest clearing. The prince and John enter the clearing and bring their horses to a halt. Rapunzel's song rings out here. They dismount and look up at the tower. The prince walks all the way around the tower and back to John. No door! The prince goes to the base of the tower and feels the wall. It is too smooth to climb.
Okay.
Basically, it hasn't got loads of footholds in it.
It's not a ladder.
It's not some
wall
stairs.
is not a ladder.
Yeah. The prince says, Rapunzel!
Oh, right.
The singing stops suddenly.
Rapunzel's...
Rapunzel! Hello, it's me, the talking hedge.
Don't worry. There you
And now I'm now the walking hedge as well.
Oh, shit, man.
I'm just joining in with your delusions. I hope that's not destructive in any way.
Grabbed a bunch of leaves and shoved them on his head to kind of like convince her.
When she looks out the window, oh yes, look at my leaves.
Because you can be terrified if, like, you know, that hedge she met that time that she really liked and fancied suddenly is a man.
Yeah, and learned how to walk.
You're not that talking hedge I like. You've just got a similar voice.
No, I am. Do you remember how you told me that? What did she tell him? Nothing.
Bees.
Right? Remember you told me about killer bees or something? Oh my God, you are the talking hedge. Where did your leaves go? Well, they fell off. They left. It's autumn.
Because that's what leaves do.
All right, that is such a shit joke. You have to believe it, right?
Yeah.
If he was like, "Oh, what happened to your leaves?" Well, they left. Okay, yeah, all right, I accept that.
That must be what leaves do.
Because that must be true. Because if it's not true, it's the shittest plan anyone's ever told, and therefore you wouldn't have said it. So it must be true. Okay, let's have sex.
She doesn't know what jokes are. You know? She's asking in all sincerity where have your leaves gone, and he says they left. She's like,
okay, that must be true. They're probably birds in disguise. Evil birds. Evil birds.
Evil birds.
So the prince and plain old John have followed Rapunzel's song through the forest, and they found, surprise,
spooky old tower.
A massive tower.
With a Rapunzel at the top. How'd you get up when it's so smooth?
Well, and it's got no doors, so he's completely confused. Of course, those of us who are familiar with the story of Rapunzel, we know what to expect, right? Magic hair. Magic hair, all regular hair. I mean, there's not actually been any magic in this story, has there?
No, I mean, if it's magic hair, that would, explain why it's so long.
So long, because otherwise, unless she's just really old now, right?
Oh.
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't say she's not an old woman in a tower, does it? Right? How long does it take to grow that much hair?
Well, he went away to war. I think that's where he was going. And if he went away to the 100-Year War, then
I'm going to check. I'm going on Google. I'm checking.
Okay.
How long would it take to grow Rapunzel's hair? Right, that probably worked. Yeah, 178 years.
There you go.
All right, so Google says it's 178 years, so she is quite old and dead.
Yeah, she is.
Dead Rapunzel. My dad, my granddad told me that there's a dead girl up a tower who I should kiss.
I think what we can take from this is that she's been pickled, which has preserved her.
Yeah.
She's still walking about.
And the amazing thing about when you pickle people is their hair still grows.
It does, doesn't it?
You know how your hair and fingernails grow after you've been pickled?
Yeah, I do know that.
So let's see. I mean, let's find out what mysterious thing is going to happen to help the prince get up that tower with no door and no ladder.
What could it be?
Okay. A rope suddenly drops from above. The prince and John look at one another. The prince shrugs and grabs a hold of the rope. Up in the tower window, Rapunzel struggles with the weight. Eventually, the prince reaches the ledge. Rapunzel helps him inside. The prince says to Rapunzel, "Your hair. You are as beautiful as your voice. Hello." Rapunzel explores his face with her hands. "You said you would return. I can hardly believe you're here. Your face, your cheek, the curve of your lip, your smile, your penis. You are real?" The prince takes her face in his hands.
I'm having that, thank you. That's all I came for. Bye!
Milk.
No! He falls down the tower.
Oh, I thought things things couldn't get any worse, but now a man has arrived, climbed up my hair, and stolen my face, and then left.
Milked out the window.
Milked right out of the window, and now I'm a faceless angel.
That's it. That's why he did. That's why he took her face off. You're not the faceless angel I was expecting. You're a faceful angel.
I'm going to take it for my faceless angel.
I didn't like faceful angels. I only like faceless ones.
I'll be back in another 178
So
years.
he doesn't milk off. He takes her face, lobs it out the window. Now he's interested. I like your fucking skeleton face with the blood dripping off, and
You're so beautiful. The prince takes her face in his hands.
yeah, throws out the window. Yeah. Woo! Says her face. Oh, my face could speak.
All right, so he says, I shall save you, Rapunzel. And she says, you already have. They kiss.
Oh, fucking hell.
Straight in there.
Oh, he's saving me. Oh, quick, you're saving me so well.
Oh, save me some more. Are you sure this is kissing? You know, us standing 3 feet apart and going blah, 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 blah. Are you sure that's what kissing is? I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's what plain old John taught me. When I said, can I kiss you, John? He said, yes, you can, but this is how you do it. Stand over there. Okay, don't come any closer. Now go blah, 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 blah. Next scene. Exterior, tower, forest clearing. John looks up at the tower window and sighs. Oh. He fetches a blanket
You can
and
hear them.
Oh no, they're kissing.
Oh, he's
dear.
saving her.
I'd better get a blanket and have a nap. He fetches a blanket and crossbow from his horse and sits at the base of the tower, wrapping the blanket around him.
What's he do with the crossbow?
Shoots himself.
Wrapping the crossbow.
It's just like,
Oh,
I've had
fuck
enough of this. Put the crossbow in my mouth. Cut to interior, tower, wait for it, morning. Oh my goodness me. Rapunzel and the prince lie sleeping among the pillows. The prince awakes and kisses the sleeping Rapunzel. Yeah. She awakens and pushes him away. Oh, no, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. She awakens and smiles up at the prince. Right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, she jumps up. Yeah. Oh, you must leave. What?
You're a hedge, right? You know what leaving is? You had loads of leaves last time we met.
Make like a hedge and leave.
Oh,
You know, that doesn't really work in German, to be honest. I mean, maybe if I translate it into English, it might make sense, but at the moment, I don't know what you're talking about.
to Achtung like a hedge and Firme a douche. I don't really speak German, to be honest with you. I'm just passing through.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Scotland. I don't speak German. It's not my first language. But what do you want me to do? You want me to Achtung like
Go
a
away.
hedge
Go
and
away.
Firme a douche? I mean,
No,
what?
just go away. Go. leave.
Okay, right, okay. Yeah,
I'll tell you what you want to do. You have to go. Mama will be coming.
Exuant la porte.
No, go.
Okay. Right.
Mama will be coming, and she'll pickle you.
Oh no, fucking hell. Not the pickle witch is coming.
The pickle witch is coming. She's my mum. So why didn't she pickle you? I don't know. She towered me instead. It's a second thing.
I'm fine. John will call me if there's anybody coming, and then from outside there's a milk. Oh, fucking hell.
From my outside, there's the sound of an old man being pickled.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear something? No, I think it's fine. Let's have sex again.
There's an old Scottish man saying the word milk getting pickled sound like. That's probably it, actually.
No, it can't be that. I'm sure it's probably a bird or something. It's the pickle milk bird. You know, it's famous in these words, the pickle milk bird.
No pickle milk birds come round here. That's why we've got books with
It's
pictures
the
of pickle milk birds.
Look, Rapunzel, just don't worry about it. Take your pants off. Let's do it again. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Oh no, it's the pickle witch. She's pickling me.
Well, that's horror stories, isn't it? As soon as you have sex, you get punished.
That's true, and they've just done it. Yeah, and that's been true the rest of the time, isn't it? Because essentially the parents have been killed, and they're the ones. They're
having babies. Yeah.
they're the only ones who definitely had sex, and the one who wanted to have sex, the squire, of course, Edward and Danielle, they definitely had sex. They had 2 kids. Tom Baker, Doctor Who, and Sarah Jane. They had that jelly baby, so they definitely had some kind of jelly, some kind of jelly sex, right? And Henry and Elizabeth, who got away with it the longest, probably, because it was a good few years, but then they made the mistake of having second sex, because they had that boy as well. And the witch is all like, I can't put up with this.
She wasn't sure they had it the first time.
Yeah.
She suspected when that baby came out.
Yeah.
But
you never know. You never know. It might be Mrs. Fox pretending.
gets a bit confusing when you know that the witch is Mrs. Fox, though, and the witch is there being Mrs. Fox going,
Did you give birth to a child or me?
Me just coming out of you. I don't know.
That's the problem with being insane.
That is the problem with being insane. You don't know if someone's just had a baby or if you've come out of their vagina. You just can't tell. I'm sorry, I'm insane. I don't know if did I just crawl out of your vagina or not?
That's it, because usually these unreliable narrator characters that mistruth the entire thing to you aren't insane. But in this situation, we've got a lying narrator who is most of the characters.
Yeah. Well, this is more like Fight Club, isn't it? Where the narrator doesn't know either.
Yeah.
And when he finds out, we find out.
Exactly.
So when Mrs. Fox realises that
she's the pickle.
Hang on a minute. Why have I got all this pickle in my cell? why have I got a broomstick and riding around in it with a cat on my head?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Why have I got a pointy hat on and witch written on my face? There's probably something important to understand about this. Oh, well, I've just got to go and deliver some babies at 2:00.
May I put my nappy on?
I'll work it out later.
Can't be coming out of someone's vagina without a nappy on. Else they won't believe I'm a baby. So we've noticed something, actually, Mrs. Fox, about this area. Is all the babies seem to be fully grown women with nappies on.
And they all look the same. Can you tell us anything about that? Was there no
Be knowing about that.
I ain't no boat about that.
So what? You bain't be bowing
About
about bat.
that.
Right.
Don't you understand the local vernacular? Okay, so Mama will be coming. The prince says, "Come with me." Not yet. I'll speak to Mama again. I shall make her listen. I'm sure she will. Like last time when I spoke to her, she killed everyone and put me in a tower. She'll probably listen this time.
Just go with him. Why don't you go with him now?
Yeah.
Come
No,
on,
she
please.
wants. She's like, I'll talk to
Don't
my.
try and reason with the pickle witch.
What are you
No,
doing?
I mean, I've got every reason to think she'll listen because she kidnapped me as a baby, told me that there was no one else in the world except her, locked me in a garden, and when I found out there were other people, she built a fucking tower with no door, made my hair grow by magic, and put me at the top of the tower and climbs my hair every week.
Yeah.
She's a pretty reasonable person.
What will happen when the witch finds out that Rapunzel's had a man up her tower?
Will she be really happy that I fell in love with someone 5 minutes after meeting them?
Or will she kill everyone in the whole world again?
Find out next week on that.
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Wow, that was the penultimate episode of Rapunzel. And, I don't use this word lightly or indeed often if I can avoid it, but we really seem to be walking towards the climax. We're not barreling, we're not racing towards it.
We're not in our tank
No,
cycling
we've
towards
not cycled
it.
in a tank. It really seems like, everything was really exciting.
Strolling towards
and then we've
the
literally
climax, yeah.
stopped for dinner.
Yeah, and when someone's gone, well, we have dinner, perhaps you could tell us that story again. The one we just heard, let's hear it all again. Yeah.
But I get the feeling that, things have just started to pick up and something really dramatic's going to happen next
like
week.
a big rolling ball.
Yeah, big ball's going to turn up. Like pterodactyls are going to fly in and eat everyone's faces.
Death Star.
Brilliant.
If you would like to hear the extended episodes of Rapunzel and lots of other audio and video entertainment by us, then why don't you go and have a look at...
Yeah, go on, have a little look, yeah.
And why don't you have a little look
Yeah.
at our Patreon page? You can look at what you might get for free, and then you can decide if you like the look of it and maybe sign up for as little as $2 a month. So small. Oh my goodness.
small
And you get so much for that. So much.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we will see you for the final episode of Rapunzel next week.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.